Hello and welcome to another episode of Pokemon Solos, where we are doing what's called the infamous run, and today we started with none other than Weedle. and who else better to start off an infamous run than the man that has 195 base power total, and then 2 moves, Poison Sting and String Shot. And to be quite honest, this run is more what I'm about to type here than anything else. Yes, Doom. and to be quite honest as well, nobody should actually be doing this. Like this run's just hilarious. There's nothing right about this run. And it is just a lot of moving around and praying that you can take something out. And if you can't, well, yeah, I got nothing on that. I have absolutely nothing. This is just a run of comedy. And for me at the time, this wasn't comedy at all. But right now, it's comedic. The first battle actually goes pretty well, though. This is one of the only battles that do go well. And I'm talking about the first actual battle of a battle. All the other ones I've pretty much saved before every battle because I didn't know how it was going to go. But as you can see, Poison is very helpful against Charmander, and since it's Poison, it's kind of doing a double attack, which, as you can see, if I didn't have Poison, I'd be gone. I'd have 1 hit point. And so yeah, we got to figure something out. And there's nothing to figure out. Like I said, Weedle has 2 moves, String Shot and Poison Sting. Now, of course, he can get another move, and hopefully we don't ever have to get to that point. But if we do, we'll cross that path when we get there. But yes, you're looking at the Weedle run. You're looking at the Pokemon that is infamous for these runs. And to be quite honest, look how long it took me to get to Brock. Look at what level I am first. I'm at level 20. And I do nothing. I do absolutely nothing to Brock. This is painful. As you can see, this battle takes forever. And this is what Weedle is. These battles are just ongoing. They don't stop. And I'm trying to see how long it's going to take me before I get to or I have to start using items in battle. Right now, I'm not using items for Weedle in battle, and I'm trying to see how long it's going to take. And as you can see, I'm finally getting to this Geodude. Geodude's not really a problem because all it really has is Tackle, and it likes to use Defense Curl. I have no idea why it does, but it does. It likes to use Defense Curl. But the problem isn't Weedle. The problem is that dude, Onix. Onix is just mean. It's a giant, oversized lack of mean crap. And it takes you out. And look at it. Even when I poison it, I'm gone. I'm a goner. So, as you can see, I'm 3 hours and 24 minutes into this. That's in game time. That's still a long time, man. We've hit level 30. The good news is I have a universal Pokemon randomizer, which allows me to choose these Pokemon as well as speed up the game. So a lot of that was, sped up time, but it still took 3 hours and 24 minutes at times 6 speed to get to level 30. And we're just barely still doing 1 point of damage to this Geodude. Poison's helping us, is giving us now a good old whopping 2 hit points, or 2 points of damage per hit. And now we finally got through that. We have 54 health for this Onix. And this Onix is ruthless. It is a mean thing, and I do not like it at all. I mean, look at the size of it compared to Weedle. And look what happens. Onix is ruthless, and it ain't fair. And so now I had to say, well, there goes my how long it's going to take before I use items run. It ended at Brock. I didn't even get past the first gym leader because I can't. And it's Well, I mean, it is what it is, and it's kind of unfortunate, but this is where we're at, and we're gonna have to use the items. That's what's gonna make it happen from here on out. And like I said, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad thing, but it is unfortunate that we can't go any further in the game. But it's gonna help us get past Brock. I mean, do we really want to see me at level 45? Finally seeing Poison Sting do 3 points of damage? No, we don't. And yeah, this is just the first part of the run. And as you can see, we're finally starting to do something. And since I'm using items now, I can win this thing. And to be quite honest, the first 2 gems, Brock and Misty, are what's so insanely troubling. I mean, don't get me wrong, this whole game is yeah, I'm lost for words sometimes throughout this battle, because it's so calming. I really just want you to watch it and just enjoy like seeing me struggle with this Weedle. And why do I have so much Pokemon on my team? Well, that's because I'm gonna have to do some things late game that's gonna help me out. So I need some Pokemon. I'm gonna have to catch a lot of Pokemon as well in this round. And you can see while I'm talking, I'm finally gonna beat this Onix. At this point, I thought I just won the game, because I was like, holy crap, we finally did it. But we get to Gary. I'm at 8 hours and 53 minutes. Look at my level. I'm level 38. I found a way to get through Mount Moon without a lot of trouble, but I don't have enough HP to deal with this. All he's got to do is use Ember. And there you have it. Weedle's gone. So now we're at level 45. After 10,000 years of me fighting Ekans and Rattatas in the one route I can fight them at, I'm at level 45, and we finally have somewhat of a chance because he gets poisoned and the Ember's not doing as much. So we got through Charmander, which makes this a little bit easier because Abra can attack, and Rattata, as much as it can do some damage, it normally doesn't do enough, and we're good. Let's go ahead and just jump right into it. We're at 13 hours and 44 minutes, and we're going up against Gary, and you saw it correctly. I have 1 badge. I went up against Misty. I didn't even want to put it in the video. It was just pretty much I went there, and we got water pulsed by Staryu, level 18. But anyways, we are facing off Pidgeotto. We get through Pidgeotto. Now we have Kadabra. Kadabra uses Confusion, but we're at a high enough level where it doesn't really affect it, and I can take it out in 2 hits. Here comes Charmeleon. We are once again praying that he gets poisoned. He does. Ember is no longer doing as much damage as it could, and now we have to, like I said, use our items. So we got to put these potions together, and look at all those Meowths. I'll get those Meowths in just a second. But yeah, so a Poison Sting misses because Pidgeotto was being a jerk and gave me Sand Attack. And so yes, we're hoping Poison Sting does enough damage, but I have a new plan in action. It's called using my Super Potions until it's actually gone, because I have poison up there. And look at that, I survived somehow, some way against Charmeleon, and all the left is Eradicate, and all I have to do is really get a Poison Sting in there. Yeah, oh my god, it was... Oh, yeah. So you see me using the Super Potions. I can finally take a Hyper Fang or 2, which I do, and we get through it with some Poison Stings. This isn't going too well. So I'm at 14 hours, and we're finally facing Misty. Yeah, 14 hours. So Poison Sting does enough damage in 2 hits to take out Staryu, but here comes Starmie. I'm at level 54, and I am afraid of a level 21 Starmie. I don't know how that makes sense, but yes, so you can see this battle going on. It goes for its recover. It's never letting me really do enough damage, but the poison's eventually going to get to it, and I take it out. Hallelujah. And now the game actually gets a little bit simpler. Not really. I had to work up 16 levels fighting a whole bunch of Meowths, Pidgeys, just to get here. So this is bad. This is real bad. Anyways, we're taking out level 24 Raichu, with the level 70 Weedle, and we win. So we're moving on in life, and we're going to face Giovanni. Giovanni is the next step of OMG, what am I doing? Because there's another Onix. And yes, you know the last time we faced Onix, yeah, Giovanni I couldn't get by at level 73. So now I'm at level 85. And I'm just now doing enough damage, and it doesn't do enough to me to make it just such a misery. So we're going to get through Onix, but lo and behold, there's 2 more Pokemon, i.e. another rock Pokemon named Rhyhorn. Now, when has ever... I've played this game a lot. I've never been sweating bullets like crap, I can't say his name. Well, whatever the guy, the dude from screw it, don't worry about the joke, I messed it up. But the dude from Comedy Central, if you know that meme where he's sweating all the time. I can't think of it. Jordan Peele, there we go. And yeah, where he's sweating, I'm sweating against those 2 rock Pokemon. So somehow, some way, Kangaskhan doesn't want to take me out. He just goes for tail whips, and then I finally take it out. So we can go to Gary number 4. And we're finally starting to move. We're at level 85 still. We didn't have to really do too much, but here goes that sand attack against my 1 move. And look what I did. I have 56 poison stings. I used my PP ups, and when you have 35, I never knew this, like the number just skyrockets, and I was like, oh, okay. Yes, that's how bad it is. I've had to just up my poison stings to an unbelievable number and see if I can make it happen. So Ember's finally not doing anything. It doesn't have flamethrower yet, so I'm looking good. And now we're up to Gyarados. Gyarados is not as challenging as the others. Because look at his one. It uses Thrash. It really uses its other moves, and then it confuses itself. And I got lucky with the confusions in this game. Surprisingly, luck nowhere else, but that's it. So now I can finally start doing something. I have enough money to finally start playing this game right. And as you can see, I bought myself what I call the Triple X. Yes, bad name, I know, but I'm going with it because it's pretty much what's going to give me the boost. And whoever does a Weedle Run, if you look at Weedle Runs, they all do this because you have to. And what you're pretty much doing is you're boosting yourself, your attack in battle, so you have a chance to actually do some damage. Because if I didn't, well, I wouldn't get past Koga. And yeah, so this is the name of the game from here on out, and you'll see a lot of this. And to be quite honest, there's no other real way to do it. And you're seeing it right now, how the attack kind of jumped up a lot because I was able to put in these X attacks, these X defense, and I'm now able to finally start really, doing some damage. Yes, I'm at level 86, and I'm telling you, I'm finally able to start doing some damage. Yep, so we have the rest of the run going on. Not to mention, we still have to face Sabrina. We still have to face Blaine and Giovanni. None of them are easy. Well, while you see this horrible battle going on and see me go on and on and on and finally squeezing my way through a battle, and not really, because here comes Hyper Potion. The reason for all the Meowths you keep seeing is Meowth has an ability that after battles, if you battle Pokemon or battle trainers, they have a chance to pick up items. And so I'm trying to get as many items as I can to sell for these X attacks, X defense, X accuracies. And yep, that's how it is. So I use up all my money to get as much as possible. And they're actually fairly cheap. So anyway, since I was going over that, you saw what's going on here. Surprise enough, Poison Sting actually works against that Execute. So that made me very happy. I go for my Hyper Potion, but now I have to boost my attack. And yes, I'm using a whole bunch of guard specs. The last thing I want from Weedle is being hit by a paralysis. So, and accuracy drop. So, yes, Poison Sting will actually do enough damage to Alakazam to knock it out in 2 hits. So I'm good there, but Charizard is the scary one. Flamethrower will still mess me up, but surprisingly enough, he misses. And we're moving on to Gyarados. Gyarados is a little bit of a toughie. But the good news is he doesn't have a lot of moves that really drain the HP. And as you can see, when I boosted myself up, we finally able to take it out. Level 91, taking out the level 35 Gyarados. That's what I'm talking about. But here we go. Oh, say, can you say Nidoran, Nidorino, Nido, well, I was about to say Nido King, Nido Queen. Because, as you can see, like I said, the battles, once again, a lot of just insanity boosting. And you have to just see it to believe it, that this is what my game is. So Poison Sting, I'm at level 91. Can I actually do it? Can I actually get through this game and make some things happen? Well, as you can see, I'm finally doing about, I don't know, a 6 of Rhyhorn's health, and Poison finally kicks in. So I'm finally doing something. But we haven't gotten to the worst of the worst. We haven't gotten to, well, I don't know, the next 2 people that are gym leaders that we have to take out. I mean, it's not, we're having some good strategies because Nidoqueen is going to use its Tail Whip, and then Body Slam won't do too much because I'm just at a high enough level where it just kind of doesn't. Like, the game has some interesting mechanics, but I won't get into that right now. You can go ahead and see that I'm 30 hours into it. Well, good news is Poison Sting did, took out, what's his face? It took out, Kadabra, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and go for my boost against Mr. Mime. Really what happened was I actually lost to Sabrina about, I'd say, 15 times, and then it came to me that I didn't have to actually boost myself against the Kadabra, because what would end up happening is Kadabra would use like 3 Calm Minds and then blow me off the field with Psychic. So I had to start, doing a different move, which is I used Poison Sting and actually did good enough damage to Kadabra. But as you can see now, Venomoth is not playing fair. And I needed to play fair, and it's really just messing with me. So I'm trying to see if I have anything for confusion. I don't. I already knew that. I don't know why I was jumping in there, but I was just so frustrated because I kept hitting myself in confusion, and I win. So the good news is it's only taking me an hour to get to Blaine, and the reason for that is, well, the game, you don't have much else going on, and you're at a high enough level that you're going to try to figure this out, and hopefully that you're able to take out Blaine quick enough. And we're going to definitely take a look. Look at that. Boom! Fire Blast. Look how much that did. Good. Jeez. Fortunately, it got poisoned. So the plan now is take the Fire Blast, pray not for a critical hit, and just heal yourself until it dies. Now, of course, it's a gym leader, so when it gets into the red, voila, look what happens. Hey, he got a Hyper Potion. But it's only a Hyper Potion, so he still gets hit by poison damage. And so I can get 1 Poison Sting in before he can get the Fire Blast in. And so we just have to do the move now and pray not for a critical hit. And as you can see, it's done. So now we're going to do the same thing to Ponyta. Fortunately, we get a poison on the first poison attack. So all we got to do is, once again, rinse and repeat and see it happen. And yes, for the people that want to see a Weedle Run, this is what you get. It is a lot of repetitive action, and it's a lot of praying that you don't slip up once, and you have to do everything at the right time. And as you can see against Rapidash, now I have to use my Hyper Potions until the PPs run out, Pat's Power Points, for the Fire Blast. And once the Power Points run out, I can start attacking, because once again, you see it has Fire Spin it has to attack me with, and Stomp. And so it doesn't, and it has this Spring attack. Quite honest, it was the first time I ever saw it. It sprang up. Where is it? It's about to come up right now, because I've never saw it before. I was like, what is this move? Unbelievable. And hold on, there it is. It sprang up, and I was like, wait, there's a move I don't know about? I'm like, what's going on? And it does bounce. Yes, it did bounce. Yep. And that's what we have. We're dealing with this, and we're trying to see if we can make it happen. And we are boosting ourselves up. Not boosting ourselves, we're healing ourselves and just trying to get a shot in. So now we got to go up against Arcanine. And Arcanine, well, he was a different story. And This one was good because I actually got some luck, but what he was doing was demolishing me. And so I just had to get lucky. And so Giovanni, I kid you not, I did this Giovanni battle probably about 20 times. As you see, I finally have leftovers. That's the reason why I had all these Pokemon while I was catching them, because I had a feeling that I was going to need leftovers, and then leftovers you find near the Snorlax right before you go to Bicycle Road, and you got to use the item finder, and you can't get the item finder until you have 30 Pokemon. So you caught 30 Pokemon. So I knew I was going to need that. That's why I've been catching these Pokemon throughout the game. And there you have it. So now we have leftovers. So what that does is it pretty much, he gains health every time after a battle sequence. So yeah, I'm just boosting myself now to the best I can possibly be, boosted in an attack, in defense, and critical hit ratio. But what kept happening was I forget that my guard spec has come off, the mist has worn off, and it would use Scary Face. And Scary Face lowers your speed by 2 stages, and I wouldn't outspeed anyone. And Needle Queen and Needle King were earthquaking me to bye-bye, and it did just enough damage. But in this run, as you can see, I'm finally doing some things right. Like I said, I'm not going to have you guys, I couldn't have you guys watch all the bad battles I had. I just was going to drive myself nuts doing that if I had to show you worse and worse battles. So you're really watching the best of the worst, which are the wins, and hopefully you're not too bored at this. But yeah, this is a Weedle run. This is where it's going to be at. You don't really have a lot of different motivation besides the moves that you have. And like I said, there is another move that he does use, but my goal was to see if I can do it without going that route. I've seen a lot of Weedle videos, and they're all kind of the same. They end up using that move to help them out a lot, and I'm trying my best not to. And we're gonna see how well it goes. So now we're at Needle Queen, and you can see Needle Queen does that earthquake, and look, it gets critical hit, but that's pretty much what it was doing every time. It just critical hit me. It's like when I put my dire hit up, it just didn't matter. It was their dire hit, and they were criticaling me with earthquake, and time again, it just wasn't working. So now what's happening now is, as you can see, it happened again, another critical hit. But now I'm learning a little bit more, and I'm using my poison sting to my advantage, and hopefully for no critical hit earthquakes, I don't get them. It goes for the hyper potion. Oh, woe was me, but I get my critical hit since I have dire hit up, and we're just gonna finish it off. And so once we finish off Needle King, Rhyhorn isn't that difficult. Oh wait, no, it uses double Rhyhorns at the beginning, so we win. So now we're going up against Gary number 6, and Gary number 6, well, I'm gonna run away. Psych, I'm just playing around. When I faced Gary number 5, what happened a lot of times was I would start to boost myself, and then it would use Whirlwind, which means once you're out of the lineup and somebody else is starting in front of you, all your boost goes away, which sucked. So I had to take away my entire party to face Gary because I had to boost myself to the Super Weedle Max. And this is actually the second time I faced Gary. And why is that? Well, because I finally started, really paying attention to everything that was going on in this battle. And so I would use that guard spec and make sure it can't hit me with Sand Attack, it can't hit me with Feather Dance, and making it happen that way. So once I'm fully boosted and going all the way up, I was finally able to easily start taking out some of these Pokemon. But it's still kind of comical. I'm at level 96, and I'm now hoping that my moves can do enough. And look, it still doesn't even one-hit the Pidgeot. We have almost 50 levels of boosted X attack and can't one-hit a Pidgeot. Well, it can't get any worse, can it? As you can see, Rhyhorn was on a mission. It was going to rock blast me to oblivion. I got lucky because I had to use it because I started using my hyper potions, and the last rock blast only hit me twice. So leftovers helped me out, and then I get a critical hit poison sting with Charizard. Holy crap. How did that happen? I have no idea. And then Gyarados, like I said, Gyarados is more tricky than anything else. And Execute is actually a one-hit KO. Super effective. I'm like, yay. And so, yeah. We're heading to the final 26. And, oh, if the game wasn't hard before, now the game is, well, I don't know what to say because it's Weedle. He's puny, and he's about to go up against the 26 hardest Pokemon in the game. And look at these stats. Good Jesus. Sorry for saying Jesus. I apologize for that, but that was just bad. So yeah, so name of the game is, of course, give myself the boost that I can give it and see if I can make it happen with what's going on. And of course I go head first in the lore, and Element's her name here. I don't ever have a plan. I just go in there knowing what I'm gonna try. I guess that's technically a plan. And you can see what I'm doing. So I'm trying to get myself boosted. I'm using everything in my arsenal to make sure I don't die. And once we're ready to attack, we go in for it. But once again, what I learned so quickly is, well, Element's her name here. Her Pokemon, they don't like dying. I guess I'd just say fainting. They don't like fainting. They are unbelievable at trying to stay alive for as long as possible, and it's annoying. And so you can see I'm finally starting to go up against the Dugong. Dugong gets hit. That's hallelujah. And there goes Slowbro. But Slowbro's going to get the full restore. So all right, we're going at it again. And now Poison Sting's coming. Surf's coming. All right, we're good. Slowbro's down. So okay, good. I need to use my full restore so I can get back up. Cloyster's not really a big of an issue because Cloyster doesn't really have anything to attack me with. So we're going to go ahead and pray that these Poison Stings work out. It goes for Protect. It's trying to use that Hail to its advantage, but I got Leftovers up. So really, Hail and Leftovers are neutralizing themselves out. Poison Sting one-hit KOs Jinx. And hey, look at that. We're actually down to Lapras. And can we do it? Yes, because I'm using full restore. Oh, I use a full restore. So here we go. I go for Confuse Ray. I use for full heal. Yes, I'm going all out, and I get a critical hit. So yes, I have sped this game up. Why? Well, because you're going to see the same old, same old. This is what's going to happen. I got to speed it. I have to do everything exactly the same. I cannot mess up on one part. So I'm just boosting myself up and hoping I don't die. Faint, excuse me. And then we're going to attack his whole entire team. Now, the problem is it's an Onix. What did this game start off with that annoyed me? Onix. You think it's going to be anything different here? No. Look at it. It is tearing me up. And I got a guard spec. I got to, prevent the earthquakes. I got to see. I can't poison it because it's rock. Rock, though, for some odd reason, it takes a long time to poison sometimes. So it's not getting poisoned. I had to put my guard spec up, and it's just ugly. This is the first Onix, by the way, from Bruno. And it's an ugly battle. It's vicious, and you're seeing Weedle struggles. And to be quite honest, once you get done with the first Onix, it doesn't get any easier because now you're facing Pokemon that want to hit you, hard, and then there's another Onix coming up. So yeah, so we are just going through the motions. We're at level 98. And yeah, we get a poison, hallelujah, and that's going to be gone. That's Pokemon number 2 against Bruno. This is Bruno, and that's Pokemon number 2. Yep, So we got the poison against Machamp, hallelujah. So that's going to help us out. We get a critical hit poison sting, we're good to go, we're moving. So now we're going to go against Hitmonlee. Hitmonlee doesn't have the same defense as Hitmonchan, so you see it's a one-hit KO. And now we're going up against this Onix. So what I'm hoping for, since I have all my boost up, it won't go for a Rock Tomb, it doesn't have it. So I don't have to worry about guard spec, and my defense is all the way up. So it's not going to do as much damage to me, but you see it gives itself that full restore. So here we go again. All I got to do is take it out. And slowly but surely we do it. Whew. So here's Agatha. And what am I doing again? The same thing. I'm boosting myself up. But the big difference here is I have to do a little bit different. I'm going to add X accuracy into this. And what I will do is, once I eventually get 6x accuracies in, it's going to neutralize those double teams Gengar gave to us. And that's really good news about this first Gengar. It likes to go for double team. And so that gives you a chance to really, set yourself up without having to do too much other stuff. But what ends up happening is I've been going through, if you imagine, I do 6x attacks, 6x defends, 6x accuracies, a dire hit, and as many guard specs as I need to make it happen. That's like 21 rounds. So what ends up happening is Gengar is going through its moves. And, that's a good thing. It's going through its moves, but it becomes a bad thing. And why is that? Well, because if it starts running out of its moves, it only has Confuse Ray. So we need to take it out, and the good news is we did. But here comes another Confuse Ray from the dang old Golbat. So we got to go for the full heal. You see Air Cutter almost knocks me out. I'm, kind of nervous, but I get through it. I find a way through it. And now we're going up against Haunter. Haunter's going to put us to sleep, but we're going to have to use a full restore anyway, so we do. And now all it is just a simple wearing it down and having Poison Sting do its thing. Now, there is another move that I can do, but that move is a normal move, and that move is called Struggle. I can't struggle against ghost Pokemon. And so I have to find a way to not lose all my power points against Agatha. And I don't want to use my elixirs. I don't want to use any of that because there's a plan that I do have in place. And so I'm trying to see what I can do. And you can see I run out of power points, so there's nothing I can do. So now here we go. Agatha, take 2. And it's going to be the same old, same old. We are just... Well, we're going to take the Dory mode here. Just keep swimming. And just keep swimming and not worry about what's all happening. But as you can see, it's just a lot of boost, 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 defend, boost, 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 defend, boost, 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 defend. All right, attack. And you can see it here. Now you see what's happening, and I took some time out to just let you guys see what's exactly going on. And what's happening is it's using its shadow punches. Why? Because remember, like I said, it doesn't have a lot of moves left. And so now look at what happens. Hold on, I'm trying to see if it's popping up. Look at that. All it has left is Confuse Ray. We fought for so long that the only move it had left was Confuse Ray. Holy crap, this is taking forever. And yeah, I mean, I could technically, try to skip the parts that show you the boosting, but it's going up against the first Pokemon of that team. So I didn't want to necessarily do that. And I wanted to show you what, in these battles, what I had to do. So yeah, you're kind of seeing, over and over, a repetition of the same stuff to begin with, but you're seeing how it's helping out against the rest of the battle here. And so, yeah, you're seeing Weedle being able to do its thing, and Poison Sting doing just enough damage and having just enough power points for me to use Poison Sting to pass this Gengar. Because once I get past the Gengar, Poison Sting, it doesn't necessarily matter anymore. But yes, I still am going to use it. And we're going to progress against the Gengar, and all we have left is Arbok. The good news is Arbok isn't as demonizing as Gengar is, so this one won't be as bad. But as you can see, I used the max ether in battle, so I have enough poison stings, and we're golden. We're moving on. Now we finally get to Lance. And like I said, it's rinse and repeat, and you're gonna see that. And once that rinse and repeat method's done, we will go into the extra part of the battle of what is going on. So yeah, so you're pretty much just seeing Gyarados use up all his Dragon Rages, and Bite, he has 35 of those, so he won't give those up. But yeah, like I said, with all the boosting that I'm doing, all the full restores, it's running out of power points. And it's kind of funny, it's kind of hilarious that you see that, because normally you don't really see it too much. Oh wait, we finally got the Dragonite. Look at that, Dragonite's popped out. We got Poison Sting. Oh my goodness gracious. If you notice, that Outrage is messing me up kind of a bit, but the good news is it gets confused. So that helps us out, puts us in advantage, and it confuses itself, it hits itself, and we go and we're progressing. Now Aerodactyl's not as bad. It does go for Scary Face, but I'm not too worried about it. We're going to guard spec against the Thunder Wave, and we're just going to try to hit our way through. Outrage almost takes me out. Oh, and there goes a full restore, and now we're going to finish this off with another Poison Sting, and voila! We got the Gary! Holy crap! I'm so close to not having to do this anymore. I'm so close to not having to X attack, X defend, X accuracy, guard spec, X attack, X defend, X accuracy, dire hit, go. I'm almost done, and pretty much once I figured out how to do this thing, they haven't been too difficult. I mean, I get to use potions, so I'm going to be able to take this out. I will be officially done with this battle. I mean, with this run. I have no idea what hour I'm at, but to be quite honest, I've had to do so much stuff. I just want it done. So after we get finished doing the, the ultimate boosting against Pidgeot, we're going to finally start, taking out the team. But you got to wait 20 rounds. And yeah, it's unfortunate that you have to do that, and I'm sorry that you have to do that. But this is a Weedle run, like I said. And here we go. Boom. Boom. That's 2. Right on. Gonna use our guard spec because we'll go for Scary Face. Okay, Poison Sting's not gonna do too much, but it's just gonna be a long, bruising battle against Rhydon. So we're gonna be okay. So we just have to just keep Poison Stinging. Yeah, I'll use Rock Tomb, but it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. It's not gonna be another word. I have guard spec up, so all we gotta do is maintain the course. A critical hit, Rock Tomb. Right on. Slow as molasses. Uses a 50 base power move, and it critical hits me. Okay, I'm done. This run's over. I can't do it again. Why are they gonna make me do this again? Psych. Of course you can't stop. We gotta finish this game. So it's time for the new plan. And yeah, I guess everybody's been waiting for me to do this new plan, but I gotta, of course, boost myself up. And the new plan's gonna be struggle. And to be quite honest, I mean, it's all that's left really is struggle. You can't. We faced Charizard, and Charizard was obliterating me with its Fire Blast. You can't do anything. That Poison Sting is a 15 base power move, and you're trying to use X attack on it, so it's just not going to do enough. And so we had to go to struggle. And what's going to eventually happen is struggle is a 50 base power move, but it does recoil damage, and you can only use it once you've used up all your power points of your moves. So I had to, once I was going through the Elite Four again, use my string shots, up against actually the Hitmonchan. And once that happened, we can finally go into struggle. As you can see, once we boost ourselves, struggle just dominates. Look at it. Okay, Rhydon's here again. Alright, we're kind of scared. We're going to go for the guard spec. Goes for scary face. Good. We're going to go ahead and struggle. And struggle. Look, critical hit. Yeah! We only got 3 Pokemon left. Struggle does its job against Charizard. Alright, we're doing good. We're going to get a little bit of health back from leftovers. So what we got to do is struggle against Executor. Oh god, and I'm sleep. Well, okay, not too much of a big deal. We're asleep, that's okay. We're right there. All we gotta do is full restore it. We're gonna be fine. Look at me, I'm just. What was I thinking? You know, I kind of blanked out. So go for the full restore. I knew it was gonna go for full restore itself. We go for the struggle. The struggle's gonna put it right there. It's gonna go for sleep powder, and this is what's going to be the theme right now. It's gonna be full restore for me. Actually, it'll be the Poke Flute because I'm not hurt anymore. Poke Flute for me, full restore for Gary for no moves. And all we gotta do is just wait till it runs out of his full restores. And then we're good. Then we have 1 Pokemon left. We're gonna face off against that Gyarados. Sleep Powder misses, we're good, and now we're full restore, but this time we're good because Sleep Powder missed, so it doesn't get to attack in. We get to attack 2 times in a row, and we're moving on. So we have 132 hit points for this Gyarados. Of course, we can just boost ourselves up, so it's fine. So we're going to go ahead and go in. Now, at this point, I'm at the last Pokemon. I can be done with this, and I can finally rest. That's what's taking so long. I'm here. I'm like, please, just give me this. Don't no more. And I'm trying to see, do I need to heal myself up? Nope, I'm going for struggle. Screw it. Hydro Pump. Oh my god. So I have to full restore because even if I do struggle and I didn't, oh god. This run is over. Holy crap. What I was going to say was I had only 4 hit points left, so if I did use struggle, there's a chance I would have eliminated myself as well. And I didn't want that, so I went for the full restore to make sure I could take any hit possible. But yeah, that was too close for comfort. Oh, that was bad. So let's see what our time is. 40 hours. And this is a sped up game. So yeah, this was mean. This was ridiculous, but it's an infamous run, and I'm glad you got to see my first ever infamous run. Please let me know what you think. I will do more. Throw some in the comments of some ones you want me to do in different versions if you want me to do as well. I'd be more than happy to do that. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I will be throwing out some more videos soon. I'm actually working on some things, and I should have one out in the next few days. But I'm trying to finish it up, and hopefully we can make that happen. But once again, thank you for seeing the infamous run. It was a blast. It was a pleasure, even though Weedle destroyed the heck out of me. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got to learn something about it from Weedle, and hope you never do that to yourself. So without further ado, you folks have a wonderful day, evening, night, graveyard, however you want it. Take care.